star of Silence and Hacksaw Ridge. In the new movie Silence,
yes,
you play a Jesuit missionary.
Yes.
We had Adam Driver on here the other night. The two of you played Jesuit missionaries who go to Japan during the Tokugawa Shogunate, like when Japan is closed, to try to find Liam Neeson. Okay. Did you have to study?
Yes.
I know.
Actual Liam Neeson, yeah. And he plays himself in the film.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He's that good.
He's
that
that old
good.
and that good, and he's kind of.
Did you have to study? Like, did you study to be a Jesuit?
I studied with a mutual friend of ours, Father James Martin, who used to. Yeah,
he was the chaplain of the Colbert Nation.
Yeah, and someone that I love as dearly as you seem to, and he. I studied with him for a year, and I went through the Ignatian spiritual exercises. And
so what did you like? What do you do? I've never actually studied with the Jesuit. What do you have to do?
Oh my goodness.
Is it like becoming a kung fu monk but with praying? What
yeah,
do you,
pretty much.
What do you do to get ready for it?
The most gentle, compassionate kung fu monk there is. Not only did we study the theology and the history of the Society of Jesus, but there's these processes called the spiritual exercises that St. Ignatius created when he founded the order. And it's kind of the basis for all 12-step programs around the world, AA being the first. And it's this transformational process where you do these imaginative, meditative prayers with the life of Jesus, where you place yourself in each scene, much like being an actor. And actually I found out that Stanislavski, who invented modern acting, the method of modern acting that resulted in the American method and everything after that, was deeply inspired by St. Ignatius's spiritual exercises. So I felt kind of right at home. And it was this very weird thing where you create a very deep relationship with Jesus Christ. And I didn't know much about Jesus. I hadn't really studied the Bible. As I said, I'm kind of an agnostic pantheist. But I also discovered that the Jesuits themselves are incredibly pantheist in a way, in the sense of...
Pantheist? Like Zeus and those people? What do you mean by...
What I mean is finding...
Pantheist?
I guess what I mean is...
Pagans?
No. I would never... please, don't get me in trouble with Father Martin. It's how I hear that is finding God in all things, finding God in every single human being, meaning finding love in every single human being, finding possibility in every single human being, finding, in the tree that was cut down to make this table, it's just, suddenly everything becomes a miracle. I just love that. I think that's such a wonderful way to see the world, and a beautiful way to see the world.
Well, these two Jesuits are deeply tested. These two Jesuits, you and Adam Driver play these two Jesuits who are deeply tested, their faith is deeply tested because they're captured by the Japanese who are trying to rid Japan of Christians at the time. And we have a scene here of the two of you trying to figure out what to do now that you're being tested. How do you continue? Jim?
We don't even know if Father Ferreira is alive or dead. The villagers never even heard of him. These people are so frightened. It's fear all they have. And lice.
They have us. We comfort them.
How much longer can we do that?
We asked for this mission, Francisco. We prayed for this in the exercises. God heard us then, and he hears us now.
Well, then may he guide us to Ferreira so we can know the truth.
Now, what people may notice from that is you guys have both lost a ton of weight.
Yeah.
You guys lost a ton of weight for that. How much did you lose?
I lost 40 pounds-ish.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm a skinny guy anyway, so I was like...
Adam Driver said he lost 50 pounds.
He wins.
Yeah.
He won.
He's 10 pounds better actor.
Yeah, that's right, pretty
regard.
much. Yeah, no, that's
How
actually...
How did you lose 40 pounds?
Goodness, you just kind of don't eat and
do it.
Get angry, get very, very angry at everything around you. That's pretty much the process.
Really? Is the not eating make you angry, or does the anger make you not eat?
The not eating makes you incredibly... Has anyone fasted? Has anyone gone through like a fast or... Yeah. And it's a beautiful spiritual process because the idea is you empty out in order for spirit to enter. And my goodness, I was empty, and it was brutal. We would kind of like be sneaking blueberries and almonds in between takes. And, yeah, a little bit of cheating.
You did a week of silence, right?
Silent retreat. Yeah, myself and Adam together. We didn't really know each other very well at that point, and he kind of arrived 2 days after me, and we kind of just waved to each other. And
what do you do on a silent retreat? Is there a lot of mime? like, oh.
I don't know.
I'm sad. What is heartbroken? Heartbroken. Is there What's the first thing you said to each other when you could like after a week,
Right.
when we haven't been able to talk and you haven't really met before? What's the
Yeah.
first thing you said to each other after a week of silence?
Yeah, so we had these 7 days, and it was so full of this kind of, divine attempt to pray and to meditate and to get close to those deep inner voices and the spiritual kind of exploration we were doing. And I think we got into the car, and it was as if the devil in both of us said, "Where the have you been?" Because we just had the most disgusting, dirty, awful, dark conversation for 3 hours on the way to the airport. Because we had had this, it was like the devil felt so left out of the last 7 days that he just came and made us say the most, nasty, I can't even remember. I've, blocked it out. We went to the darkest place for about 3 hours.
Did you talk about any of the stuff with Mel Gibson, by the way?
Yeah, we did.
Because we had Mel on here, and he believes
Yeah.
the devil and the angels are real, and they're around us, fighting over us all the time.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Do you believe in any of that stuff now?
I believe that in that as metaphor. I believe in it as energy. I believe in it as our better angels, and no, absolutely. And also, I to be honest, certainty about anything
Yes.
is the most terrifying thing to me. So
What do you mean certainty is terrifying?
certainty is terrifying?
Yeah.
I mean,
If you knew that there was an afterlife, would that be comforting or terrifying?
how would I ever know?
I don't know.
What I mean is
A
that,
visitation from an angel, how about that?
well, sure, but I would always question it. Even after a visitation, I think it's healthy. You think about Thomas Merton, the great Trappist
Sure.
monk and philosopher, really.
Yeah.
His doubt was his greatest ally. I think he was always constantly doubting. And I think a life of faith is not a life of certainty. A life of faith is a life of doubt. And I think it is so healthy to doubt. It's so healthy to doubt oneself. It's so healthy to doubt any assumption we make about how to live. And I think what I mean when I say certainty scares me, certainty starts war. Certainty starts war on behalf of ideology. Certainty of the I know and you don't. That's the scariest thing to me in what a human being is capable of doing.
Andrew, thank you so much for being here. Silence is in theaters now. Andrew